DJ missing the reverse layup. Good contest by Giannis. There's a little bit of contact. They got a 5-on-4. Connaughton. Orville. Marvin Williams back out to Connaughton with 10 on the shot clock. Giannis with the jump hook over Ken Burke. Wow. With that reach, he extended. He's got 20 points to go along with 17 boards. Terrence Ross with a quick trigger. One of his rare long jumpers today.
So as we start to move toward the fourth quarter, something to keep an eye on. Giannis has got 20 points now. He's got 17 rebounds. You know the only other player in Bucks history to have a 20-20 in the playoffs, and he had 18 of them.
Oscar, Kareem. Lou Alcindor back then. Yep.
So he needs 3 rebounds in the fourth quarter.
He's got a good chance of doing that. That's going to be an offensive foul against Giannis. Bucks going with Marvin Williams, George Hill, Dante DiVincenzo, Pat Connaughton, and Giannis. Lead is at 18. Ross comes up short this time. What a cut and pass and finish by DiVincenzo. Beautiful basketball by the Bucks. And the lead is back up to 20. Giannis does have 5 dimes in the game. About a 2-second difference between the shot and game clock. DJ Augustin on top. Giannis switches onto him. Tough shot. Rebounded by Milwaukee. They got a little bit of time. And that's the end of 3 quarters of play. Milwaukee behind Giannis Antetokounmpo's 20 points and 18 boards, lead by 20. 12 minutes away from perhaps tying this series at 1 game apiece. Back with more from Orlando right after this.
It's all still out there. Say hello to the world again during Mazda's Rediscover the Road event. We have more IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus models than any other car maker. Find your all-wheel drive Mazda CUV and get 0% APR for up to 60 months and no payments for 90 days.
I was born and raised on the river. It's the only life that I know. And they say, River Boy. Hey, River Boy. You got any fish there today, River Boy?
I have big news. You can now brush and floss at the same time. Introducing Waterpik Sonic Fusion, clinically proven twice as effective as regular brushing and flossing. Go online or ask your dental professional about Waterpik Sonic Fusion.
I tried everything to get clear skin. Then I found Proactive. They have 3 different systems with clinically proven ingredients and tested by dermatologists. Subscribe today at proactive.com and get this free pore cleansing brush, all delivered right to your door.
As your uncle, I want you to know that on the road of life, there will be rough spots, and they will chew up your tires. I recently took a road trip to Greensville to attend a chili cook-off, and rough roads all the way down. I drove there on these Cooper Discoverer and Duramax tires. You know, they're made with the durability of off-road tires, but for on-road driving. Without them, we might never know the winning bean-to-meat ratio of a good chili. And those are the things in life, my friend, worth driving towards. So go with the Coopers. Cooper! I'm hungry now.
Let's take a look at who's enjoying the limelight. Brought to you by Corona Extra. Leading scorers in the ball game, Giannis with 20 and 18 rebounds. Pat Connaughton caught fire early. Brook Lopez and Dante DiVincenzo also in double-figure scoring as the Bucks will take the Big lead into the final 12 minutes, trying to tie the series at a game apiece.
You know, boring drive-through fish sandwiches. Arby's just reinvented them in the form of this new beer-battered fish. Also, Arby's has beer now, kinda. Arby's, we have the meat. On August 28th.
Mutants are dangerous. We know.
Power this big can't be contained.
Damn.
PG-13, get teens now.
So how is it? Great.
And welcome back, everyone, for the start of the fourth quarter. Mark Jones alongside Doris Burke, Malika Andrews courtside. As we get underway, Corver blocked by Clark. In transition, Terrence Ross had it knocked away. But the Milwaukee Bucks, with the #1 rated defense in the NBA, holding Vucevic's Orlando Magic to just 33% from the field. Inside to Kim Birch, and the native of Montreal, Canada. This little jump hook to fall. Giannis lets the 3-ball go. He shot 4 of them, now 5 of them. Connect on 1.
He averaged about 4.7 in the regular season, up significantly from last year. How much of a story do you think that'll become as the playoffs wear on?
It's always going to be something that these people talk about. Nice feed inside of Wundu, blocked, but fouled by Brooke Lopez.
Wundu is looking at the baseline official thinking, why aren't you calling that? Curious to see what becomes of this young man. I think he's got some good things to work with, Mark.
Appeared in 52 games, started 21 of them this year, scored in double figures 8 different times. 6'7" wing out of Kansas State. Folks, come up next, we'll have the NBA Draft Lottery, and we'll wrap up the night with the Trailblazers taking on the Los Angeles Lakers right here on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and the ESPN app.
I think there are 3 teams at the top of the lottery, including Golden State, have an equal opportunity. What
Cleveland?
Yeah, what pick will the New York Knicks get?
I know as some Knicks fans, they, for obvious reasons, go into it a little bit cynically and pessimistically. Birch with a nice ball. But there's always going to be another time, right?
That's Patrick Ewing's not walking through that draft lottery.
He's down to 15. And Giannis just waltzing through the lane for the bucket.
There's a New York Knicks fan.
He'll be pulling soon. In a few minutes, he'll be pulling.
Maybe an offensive foul right there on DJ Hardesty.
There he is. How did the Knicks fan get in our virtual screen? LeBron James with the kettlebells, getting a little core work done prior to the game tonight. Firing off those obliques. Mine don't look like his.
Very few do.
Under 10 minutes to go. Wundu had it knocked away. A little back tap move by Giannis. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando basketball. If you're the Lakers, are you concerned about their offense going into this game?
I don't care if they are. I am.
Okay.
Like I am. And I think the lack of shooting is a real issue for them. And LeBron and AD are going to have to be great. I've talked about this to you before. The Frank Vogel comment to me that the Lakers need Anthony Davis to make threes. It helps their spacing. But, continue to score.
Oh my gosh. Say it with your chest, Giannis. Put it on his head, says Wesley Matthews Jr. Wow. Yeah, Augustine working against some tenacious defense by Bledsoe. Giannis moving his feet well and forcing the miss. Birch chasing down the loose ball. Awundu on the drive, missed it with the left hand. Bledsoe tried to hit Korver. And that's going to be a backcourt violation.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has 24 points, 18 boards, and he is a terror coming at you. Good night.
That is a wonderful poster.
Hey,
We got one of the best mean mugs in the league. 16-point lead, and Antetokounmpo will get a breather here.
you know what, Mark? I think this guy sets a tone every single day. So my good nose will say, first one in the gym, last one to leave. Always looking to elevate his game.
He has been the leader for this team, and like you said, he is such a diligent worker, Doris, as you just chronicled, that, a couple of guys on the coaching staff have told me in the past that they have what they call lockout days, where they tell the guys they can't come to the gym. They want them to stay off their feet, and Giannis invariably tries to, pick the lock and get in there somehow and get some shots up.
A level of professionalism, and I think it comes from when he was a child, and he's on the streets, and he'll tell you, and maybe not in these exact words, but having to hustle, having to make some money to help support his family. And there's a hunger that comes from being in that circumstance.
Nate and Malika, you covered that team for a while. What are your thoughts?
Well, interestingly, you said Giannis is the last one in the gym, and that's what he thought. So imagine his surprise when he walked into the gym at one point in the off-season last year, and Pat Connaughton was there. And he kind of looked at him and said, what are you doing here? I'm the one who's supposed to close out the gym. And that is how they formed this bond, where they go to work out together. They text each other on lockout days saying how bummed they are that both of them aren't there. And they have started that friendship and that bond working out late nights at those gyms.
I've heard that their weightlifting sessions, Malika, have become stuff of legend around Milwaukee now.
They have, and they've even expanded past that with them challenging The Rock to certain challenges.
What?
I mean, I don't know. I might even take Giannis in that situation.
Hey. Careful now, The Rock.
She's counting on The Rock being working on a movie set or eating a big stack of pancakes and not paying attention to this one.
17-point lead for the Bucks. Middleton has had a hard time shooting the ball today. Now 1 of 8. And it's misfiring. Here's Bledsoe. Marvin Williams from the corner. And 1 and done for the Milwaukee Bucks. Approaching 7 minutes to go. Nice pass to Vucevic. He's been on point.
Well, it's shooting practice. And again, they're in drop coverage, so it's really shooting practice for Nikola Vucevic. He's got time and space, but this dunk was so good. We're going to show it to you again, folks.
Please.
And here is what I believe to be the back-to-back MVP, and just that is a man's move. Good night. Turn the lights out. We could have shut it down after that.
NBA First Round on ESPN is presented by Mountain Dew, official sponsor of the NBA.
Joel Embiid is
like really unhappy
because the internet keeps using old gifts to react to his highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Deserves Better gift collection.
Now I'm so happy.
Fun to drive wherever you go. The first ever CRV hybrid with all-wheel drive standard. The best-selling CUV over the last decade now comes as a hybrid. From Honda.
With big living for
When you need your bank, Capital One's top-rated app is right here. So you can check your balance, deposit checks, pay bills, or transfer money. When you don't need your bank, put it here. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Why are we doing this?
Why are we doing what? Using my Old Spice moisturize with shea butter body wash?
All I wanted was to use your body wash.
And all I wanted was to have a body wash.
All I have is a word.
Tell it.
We're trying to prevent World War III.
Nuclear holocaust.
Something worse.
Tenet, The Invaders. Experience it in IMAX. Rated PG-13. You knew the risks when you decided to drive drunk. There could be a crash. People could get hurt or killed. You could get arrested. But one thing's for sure. You were wrong when you said it was no big deal.
Wait, are you being serious? There's no way.
Maybe there's a joke. There's a joke inside the bag.
We invited food reviewers to try the Whopper, but with a special surprise.
$5 for 2 Whopper sandwiches?
I'm gonna leave before you change your mind.
A deal hard to believe. Get the Whopper and the 2 for $5 mix and match. Your way, way better.
Witness history in the making with Michelob Ultra. Tweet hashtag Ultra courtside with hashtag sweepstakes for a chance to win tickets. Yes, that was Bangle in the crowd a little bit earlier. Seven minutes to play.
Down to 15. Just keep chipping away here.
Giannis coming downhill, whistle, and that's going to be an offensive foul, and Giannis a little shaken up. That's going to be his 4th personal foul.
Our James Ennis, who just has a knack for being in the right space at the right time, anticipating the Giannis foray to the rim and steps in and takes it in the chest. And you'll feel that.
Yeah. A bit of an awkward fall.
Yeah.
And his fumbled it. It's right back to Augustine. Orlando's going to start making a move here. Down by 15. Fournier caught fire late in game 1. That's the guy you want shooting it. But this time, Vucevic coming up short. Off the screen, it's Bledsoe into the paint. Nice jump stop and bucket. He's been solid today, boys.
He really has. Both ends. 13 points, really efficiently done. 7 assists. Great ball pressure.
Productive night for him, and Fournier knocks down the free throw jumper. Now 3 of 10 from the field for 10 points. Matthews in a deep bomb, no good. Fournier on the drive, took the hit and finished with the left. It's down to a 13-point lead.
That's going to get Chris Middleton up and off the floor. You're bringing back Markelle Fultz on the other side of things, Mark.
Fournier goes down over Giannis. Williams on the baseline, back out to Bledsoe. Vucevic with the board and a chance to get it down to 11. Nice feed inside to Ennis.
Mike Budenholzer are going to call a timeout, and appropriately so. They've got this to 11. You know this on a Steve Clifford coach team. They are not going to stop.
We love our new home. There's so much space,
We have a guest room now.
but we have ants.
You're slouching again, Ted.
Expired. Expired. Expired.
Thanks, Aunt Bonnie.
It's a lot of house. I hope you can keep it clean.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Which helps us save a lot of money. Oh, Teddy, did you get my friend request? Oh, I'll have to check.
Aunt Joni's here.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Give everyone something to look up to. The all-new Highlander Hybrid. Toyota. Let's go places.
Lower carbs, lower calories, higher expectations. The light beer you've been waiting for has arrived. Free as the wind blows, as free as the grass grows, born free to follow your heart. Live free, beauty surrounds you. Acts, smell ready. The world.
My father, he wrote me. Said we have a birthright that's been kept from us. Lovecraft Country. The American dream.
Depends on the question. What is reality? What is reality?
Domino's knows delivery, so when we asked our team members how to make carry-out more convenient, they had thoughts. That's a thought.
Deliver it.
Even better. Introducing Domino's Carside Delivery. Just pull up, check in online, and we bring your food to you. It's carry-out delivered.
And so it begins.
The biggest sports event in the history of sports. The return of sports. It's a cornucopia of sports. It's everything. Let's go. So don't miss anything. It's about to be Dame time as Lillard and the Blazers taking on the number one seed in the West, the Los Angeles Lakers. Lillard has been the hottest player on the planet in the last several games. Look at those stellar numbers. Orlando not giving in.
Well, Fournier just gets into a mid-range game off the screen from Vucevic. You've got to stay attached to him. They've needed Fournier. I thought he could have been a little bit more aggressive in the first half. Augustine, nice pass. So Fournier gets the hockey assist there. And listen, every player is going to be critical, right? Vucevic is getting a ton of shots because of the way they cover him and because he's such a talented basketball player. You're pushing hard here. And obviously it's not out of the realm of possibility, but you're thinking if we can get Gordon back, keep competing, get MC Michael Carter-Williams back.
Orlando kind of came out in this game, Doris, as Giannis misses the reverse, like they were just kind of happy to be up 1-0 going into this game.
They were up 1-0 last year in the series.
It's the Toronto Raptors. 11-point lead. Oh boy, Ross had a great look at it. Chris Middleton, with just 2 points there in the game. Giannis out top, little two-man game with Middleton. Inside and nicely batted away by Fournier.
A tough afternoon for Middleton, boy. Bad turnover there.
He's really been out of sorts. Vucevic from the elbow left it short.
Boy, they've had two good looks at it.
Running out of time. And Bledsoe throws it away. Terrence Ross in transition. Fultz fades to the corner. Hey, Markel Fultz with the 3 ball makes it an 8-point game. Check that 9. It's long 2.
Little game pressure for the Bucks. They haven't felt that in a while in this one.
Giannis downhill. Acrobatic finish around Vucevic. Budenholzer on the sidelines yelling for a foul. Steve Clifford wants to talk things over. Giannis providing acrobatics for the Bucks and the lead.
Cheesy stuff, crazy bread. I must be dreaming.
Oh no, it's real. Order stuffed crazy bread plus honey.
Let's take a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. The Raptors leading 2-0 against Brooklyn. All game 3s. On TNT, it's Denver, Utah, Boston, Philadelphia, Clippers, and Dallas at 4, 6:30, and 9. It all starts 1:30 on NBA TV with Toronto, Brooklyn. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Just sideline out of bounds for the Magic.
Chance to get this to single digits. 21-13, 2:35 less in the first quarter. It's the last time they were there.
Fournier in the paint, and Fultz with an emphatic close and finish. It's down to 9. Middleton on the wing against Fournier. Giannis has a mismatch, but they're going to wall him off. Not fast enough, though. Wow. That long, quick first step. And he finishes with a dunk. It's back out to Vucevic for 3. And Pat Connaughton up quick to everybody to the ball.
So it looks like they're doing the same thing. Give it to Chris and then play the 2-man with he and Giannis.
Connaughton on the drive and kick. Brook Lopez, corner 3. And the Bucks able to halt and stymie that sprint, that run by Orlando. Lead is 14 on a timeout.
Giannis Antetokounmpo again facing a wall, but if it's not done properly, he makes quick work of it. Little ball fake.
He covers ground.
Another bundle in the books.
Gotta hand it to you, Jamie.
And the Lakers had the best record in the Western Conference this year, but find themselves down a game to nothing against the Portland Trailblazers. That's coming up right after the draft lottery, which is next after the game. Ross rising up. Well defended by the Bucks.
The playoffs, where everything is up for grabs. No pressure or anything. Just cementing your place in history. You're pros. You'll be fine. It's a whole new game.
Gonna have to find a way to get Chris Middleton right, regardless of what happens here.
That's 2 games in a row now, right?
Yeah, and his history suggests that his scoring is down in the playoffs. And he went from 19.5 last year in the regular season to 16.8.
Usually you sometimes get a little bit of a drop, but that is what we're seeing now is a precipitous drop. Passes it to Lopez, who airballed the last one. Atones for it there, shaking his head. Still seemingly a little displeased with his shooting. Orlando gave it a run late. Fultz from the nail. Got it. Now a little three-quarter court pressure. And Antetokounmpo walked with it.
So Middleton today, 6 assists and 5 rebounds. But he's 1 for 8 after a 4 for 12 in game 1. That's not pretty.
He's much better than that. As I said earlier, he shot 50% from the field, 42 from downtown, and 92 from the foul line this year. Listening to foul against Fultz.
But it's interesting, Mark. They've put the ball in his hands here late, at least at the initial part of the possession.
Giannis through the press. Back to Hill. Middleton kicks it out to Lopez. And he traveled with it. Not the way that Coach Budenholzer would want to close the game out.
This entire fourth quarter, I mean, he's got plenty of tape to work with because this has not been pretty. Too many turnovers, sloppy execution. Like, you're going to walk out of here with a win, but I don't know how good you feel.
Verizon knows how to build unlimited right. You start with the network J.D. Power is named the most awarded for network quality 25 times in a row. Then give people more plans to mix.
You think you've built a wall, you've got multiple bodies. Those strides are so long that the real estate just gets chewed up so quickly. How about the footwork? How about covering 8.3 feet with one spin and it's put on your head? I mean, he's different. He's unique.
Maybe the most unique player in the game today. 1 minute to go. Don't forget, coming up next, it's the NBA draft lottery. Who will get the first pick in the NBA draft? It'll be between Minnesota, Golden State, and Cleveland, who have the same percentage, the best percentages and chances to get that number 1 pick.
Well, just percentages now. That doesn't mean they definitively get it.
Sure.
The New York Knicks really need it.
Richard Nichols hosting that. NBA Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum on the job. Always does a great job in the draft lottery. Had a chance to do that with him for several years. I always enjoyed the different lucky charms that the respective franchises used to bring.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Rabbit's Foot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who represents you might bring you luck.
Yeah. The Orlando Magic used to bring Pat Williams, their old GM, all the time. Because they'd won it so many times. They could have used some Pat Williams in their play today. Some of his vibes, some of his luck. This series is going to be tied up at a game apiece. Giannis Antetokounmpo ended up with a 20-20, 28 points, along with 20 rebounds. Only he and Kareem, or Lou Alcindor, pardon me, have done it in Bucks franchise history.
18 times Kareem did it. That's absurd.
If you're on any graphic with Kareem, you're doing really well. So game 3 will be right here in a couple of days as Orlando tries to bounce back. As the Milwaukee Bucks look very much like the team that ended the regular season with the best record in the NBA. Vucevic did a lot, but not enough. 32 points, 10 boards. Giannis's team gets the dub today. Don't forget, coming up next, it's the 2020 NBA Draft Lottery. And after that, Blazers and Lakers. For Doris Burke and Malika Andrews, I'm Mark Jones. So long.
Welcome to the NBA Draft Lottery, presented by State Farm.
Basketball is all about being